East Sea or Sea of Japan. This has been a long-running dispute between South Korea and Japan, but it looks like a solution has been found. The International Hydrographic Organization is expected to adopt new guidelines later this year to refer to all seas by numbers rather than specific names. The naming of the East Sea has long been a controversial issue between the two Asian countries, particularly because Japan continues to make territorial claims to the South Korea-controlled islet of Dokdo that lies in the East Sea. Under the existing S-23 standard used for world map production, the body of water between the Korean peninsula and the island nation is identified as the Sea of Japan, as registered by Japan in the early 1920s when Korea was a Japanese colony. Seoul has long called for its own name, the East Sea, or using both names at the same time, arguing that the Sea of Japan is a legacy of Tokyo's imperialistic past. The IHO held informal consultations with concerned member states but failed to reach an agreement. And finally, the IHO Secretary General Matthias Jonas came up with a proposal that calls for developing new data set to designate global sea areas by a system of unique numerical identifiers. The IHO is to brief its member states on the results of discussions about how to revise S-23 at the upcoming General Assembly slated for November 16th. Most member states, including South Korea and Japan, are widely expected to welcome the proposal with positive views about the digitalization of global sea areas. South Korea expressed support for the new proposal by agreeing that the existing S-23 is outdated and is no longer suitable to serve as a valid standard for modern hydrography. Japan also said it understands the IHO efforts to modernize the hydrographic information and is prepared to work cooperatively and constructively. In fact, recently, Japan's new Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga expressed hope for forward-looking relations with South Korea as important neighbors in his letter to President Moon. Will this new numerical system help ease the dispute between Seoul and Tokyo?